Yeah. November sort of eyeing chair and nods at Lydian and says, "I'll be right back."
Oh,
Um
and November, before you go, you did good out there.
and November sort of stands to attention, gives a salute. "Thank you, sir."
As for you, Nico, I suppose you want to fix up your guns and you're going to run back up as we have a little word with our last remaining friend.
Yes. No. Also, also, Lydian, just curious, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling any lighter?
No, I feel about 10 tons heavier.
No, the effects are still going. Oh
No,
well, it
no, the
doesn't.
effect the effects are not going. I'm not talking about that.
Hmm. I don't
I
get
was
it. How are
I
you?
I was
But
speaking
if
metaphorically. I had a plan, did not come to fruition, and now I feel like a door has been shut.
well, just open it then. Jeez,
I'm going to try and find the back entrance. Now, let's stop
is the
torturing this
door locked?
let's stop torturing this metaphor and go into the warehouse.
This is why I don't like metaphors. That you can find so many faults in them. Damn
Oh,
philosophy students.
I did not study philosophy.
No, you studied something worse.
You don't even believe that.
Business.
I guess
You
philosophy
studied
leads
it.
to science, so we would have more respect for philosophy than science, but
Anyway, yeah.
we're getting into the weeds here. We're getting into
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and November does, well, I guess actually it'll probably be when Cherry's out of the spa, does return her bean shooter to her.
All right.
Yeah. And yeah.
so.
Oh yeah, but never mind. Whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, Nico restores the boots.
What was the name
Yeah.
of our captive, the guy who
You
didn't want to
didn't
go
get his
back?
name.
Okay. Yeah, okay, but then as we walk in, Lydian kind of. He's at the warehouse, though, yeah?
Uh huh.
Yeah, Lydian is going to talk to him while Nico's
All right.
repairing his gun and while they're off sparring.
Well, November, returns after
Oh.
confirming, like, she goes and confirms with the place, like, at Cherry's behest, like, this is kind of a severe job. Like, are you guys equipped to deal with?
Yeah.
But yeah, after arranging all that, once Cherry is dropped off, she returns.
Okay, yeah, so November can be in on this, which is probably
Yeah.
helpful. Yeah. So I sit down, I was like, we didn't catch your name, but mind sharing?
Yours is Sharon?
Don't call me Shirley.
It's Varnan.
Varn.
Vargan?
Varnan.
Oh, Varnan.
Alright, let me just write.
Vermin.
Well, those 5 or 6 men you were with, are those the only people you were traveling with in town, or were there others who would know you?
I'm a recent inductee, but I'm sure there are others out there who would know about me.
Well, the men that you were staying with, they've all perished, I'm afraid.
How did that happen?
We
Take
happened.
them all out?
Yeah, November says, after your escape, set off a bomb, which I shot 2 out back. The other 4 came in, got ambushed by a bomb. 2 were hit worse, 2 not as well. The 2 that weren't as bad came out, shot 1. The other made it up to the roof. There was a scuffle, stabbed him, fell off the roof together, and the 2 that survived the explosion were out. I feigned defecting to them, going prisoner, fed them false information, while the others caught up to us, and then once they did, executed both.
Kind of fucked up.
Even I think Lydian. If
Corona.
November looks at Lydian, like you see his face is a little bit shocked. Like she just volunteered the whole story. Like he's a little bit thrown by just the bluntness of that.
She has reason to. I'll say this is out of character metagaming. She's concerned, obviously they have magic, and she's concerned that there could be something, they're missing with, like, is shooting them in the head not sufficient to killing them, or, like, is there something that they could. Just the bodies disappearing concerns her somewhat.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she says the last two. One was through the head, the other through the chest. He did, and she sort of pulled out a rune which caused a sandstorm. Wasn't too much of a problem to handle. We made it out unscathed, but
Because
bodies were gone.
So you know about these runes. So, however recent you are, tell me what was that rune doing afterwards? The bodies were gone.
We're not supposed to use those unless things really call for them, but I suppose if he was dying, then
Where'd the
You can
bodies-
see the slightest, if Lydian is paying attention, there's the slightest hint of a smirk on November, like a sort of proud smirk on her face at that. That they had to resort to this really not supposed to use it thing against one single person.
well, it was against a group.
Well, yeah, but,
situation?
there was one combatant.
Yeah. Well, 2 if you count Aquilo, 3 if you count a gun falling on the floor.
I mean, he thought there were more combatants. Don't get me wrong. But that's part of her job is, she convinced him there were more people than her, and that paid off.
So, what do those runes do then? Walk me through it.
The runes, when they're activated, they call on the sandstorm that comes with some of the higher ranked people. They show up, and if no one's alive, they just grab whoever they can to try and figure something out and disappear.
So,
We were, and November, cuts in a bit. 2 of us, we were lifted up. I shot one, they fell away, and then the other, and November turns to Lydian. What did happen to him after you got sent to the ground?
there were 2 of them? Yeah,
Well-
Lydian, genuinely didn't pick up on that during the situation. I mean,
True.
I felt something as I hit the ground, but I assume
I like the idea the camera pans around and you can see on Lydian's back is just like a crushed goon still stuck there.
It's actually only now we realize Lydian is covered in blood from the guy he fucking pancaked.
Nico, I need my rag on a stick.
I mean, I felt something as I hit the ground, but I presume that was the ground.
I thought you were gonna say presumed that was a civilian, and I just wasn't gonna talk about that.
So, what? The bodies then disappearing. You're saying that the people who were summoned took those elsewhere, got rid of the evidence of them having been killed, or just took them back to base.
Basically, I'm unsure of what they would do after that, but the fact that you escaped the sandstorm, I mean, they're probably interested in you now.
November
Alright,
does,
Lydian smiles a bit. It's like, good. Plan could be back on course then.
November does say, seems like good news for you.
For me?
The 6 people hunting you down,
Yeah.
they're all dead.
You
So
didn't
as
wanna-
far as your former employers know, you're dead too.
Hopefully they'll assume that if they can't find my body. I
well,
was just some initiate, so hopefully they'll just let me go.
I'm
Pay
here.
no mind.
Well, so on the off chance that you go back and they just presume that you were the sole survivor of the incident, I'm assuming you don't believe that to be an option.
I wouldn't want to go back to them. I don't know. That would be very dangerous.
All right, all right,
Said
all
he'd
right.
get me out of here, right?
You know what? It's fine. You're a recent inductee. I don't see no reason. If you want to get out of here, you don't want to go to the gods. You want your escape? Take it. I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in your superiors.
November does sort of, like leaning against, the thing and sort of, or leaning in closer to Lydia and says, frankly, I'm not so concerned about the attention from these guys, but, well. And, November kind of shrugs at that, but it's worth pointing out, just killed multiple people in broad daylight, and the massive sandstorm happened. That may draw some other attention to us beyond these guys. That was fairly public.
We are currently in the good graces of a major public official here that we just escorted to the guards out of trouble. We then turn up on the scene somewhere else to try and rescue a captive. Things went wrong from there, and the worst that's going to be said about us is that we fled the scene. But I wouldn't worry too much. We can talk our way out of that.
Not that we shot two people seemingly in public, unprovoked, and caused that sandstorm.
People will say it was seemingly unprovoked. They just won't know the full context.
Well, that's kind of my concern.
Don't concern yourself with it. I'll deal with it if it comes up.
Yeah. You can see November's not super happy with that explanation, but she's, respectfully not pushing it. But you can tell she is on edge, like, dissatisfied with that. Like, she wants more, she's nervous about how public that was.
Either way, I need some time to think on this, but as far as it goes, Varnon, I think your part in this little charade is done with. Congratulations, you got your life back.
Alright, I'll have to figure out something about getting out of here. But, well, could you put me on a transport? Just anywhere. Just preferably far away from Yuma.
I'll see what I can do.
I can offer something else if you do.
Alright. Sure. The better it is, the further away you get.
If you're interested in the superior as well, I have a way back. I'm not intending to use it. I was gonna ditch it, but I could give it to you.
Sure.
Right, he reaches into his jacket and just pulls out like a smaller room than the one you saw the other guy have, and said, "This is what they give to us if we need to get back to a hideout."
Is there any way you can use this to ask for help, not to just make an escape?
If we pour a lot of focus into it, all the focus we have into it, then yeah, it'll put out an SOS.
Perfect. I'll be taking that. Perfect little trade. I'll try and arrange you transportation for the morning.
Good. Good.
Yeah, Lydian takes the rune. Now, we've got some work to do.
Hoorah.
I'm gonna go now. Was there anyone? There was no one else at that hole we found you in.
No one else.
How many other cells do you know in the city? Would anyone else be inspecting that to see what happened?
I don't know how many if there are any other cells. I just knew who I was meant to go with.
Right. You were isolated from the full structure, so makes sense. Lydian pockets the small rune, and he gets up and he starts walking to the exit. Nico, November, I'm going to inspect their little hidey hole. You're welcome to come with. Actually, I'm
Of
gonna wait.
course.
Actually, wait. I'm gonna wait for Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, November probably would say, I would wait for Cherry. Um, but yeah, November does seem decidedly a bit more on edge now. Was not planning on being quite so public with
Mhm.
her actions, and is taking a bit more care to really, hide her face, hide her eye, hide her gun. Seems a bit on edge. How is well, I guess actually wait for that for Chair to show up. Actually, you know what? Gonna use the bathroom and grab a water before
Alright,
we
yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
use
do
the
that.
bathroom
I
too
think
then.
I will do the same.
Sweet. Out. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Hello? Ah, everyone taking a break? Sju och 25.
Adoop.
Adoop,
Adoop.
Neo King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello. Did I miss anything? Did I miss any
No,
riveting
you
plot?
missed us saying that we were going to take a break. I did hear you from my speakers as I was walking away, coming back.
You missed us. You missed them talking to the prisoner.
Yeah. And we're going to go investigate the hole, I think.
Yeah, Lydia's gonna go investigate the hidey hole apparently. And said,
I also want to buy some gear on our way there,
Oh
but
my
I'll
God.
wait for us to resume for that.
I'm back, so I'm just typing up something.
Hi.
I'm
okay.
good whenever.
Oh fuck this! Fucking hell, this sending thing is worthless.
Okay, so
1 second.
okay.
I do apologize. I will be
Okay.
facing away from the mic, but I do have the world's loudest fucking crisps.
Nice.
Is Swede currently sanding his desk or something?
Yes.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I just had to go and grab something. I think I'm also gonna have to go. Fuck, when I go down to town tomorrow, I think I might have to go and buy more new sanding sticks for model kit building.
Well, that was a fun little combat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in character or out of character?
Out of character. I was a little nervous at the end of last session of like, it would be real embarrassing if November dies immediately. But no, that was... I might have it gave me, the break between sessions gave me a lot of time to mentally optimize that.
I've been going through over all possible encounter happenings.
It took me an embarrassing long time to remember, wait a minute, Cherry's a bard. They, can heal people and buff people in combat. That's useful when also for combat characters in the party, like November.
You have found a way to just buff yourself.
Yeah. Well, I guess it is just like, oh, I am playing the main combat character and the main combat support character.
Fucking M going.
I do kind of love. I feel like every time I've done Three Stooges, it hasn't been that effective damage-wise, and this is when I roll the 9. Just sploops, drop the gun.
M going. I am great. I am great.
Okay.
That was, despite some on the whole bad rolls,
Hang on.
the damage rolls at least hit.
Hang on. I gotta check. Dog is barking at something.
What do you think a dog is barking at? How's it going, everyone? By the way, did you have a nice Christmas and New Year's and
I did.
and I guess Hanukkah for you?
Yeah.
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 So
Pretty well.
PK.
speaking of Hanukkah, I don't know, YouTube decided to recommend me stuff from 8 Crazy Nights.
That's it.
Nice.
Is that Leo? Is that like
Connie
a
is having
family?
a mad half hour. She's just having a burst of energy, so she's been play fighting with Marlowe. That's the barking.
Nice.
What?
Does Marlowe not appreciate that you got another dog?
I don't know how Marlowe feels. She does wag her tail when they're play fighting, so I'm presuming there's enjoyment there. Marlowe is a far more stoic dog than Connie, though, so it's very hard to get a read on that.
Yeah, I remember when I met her. It's like she also just didn't not want anything
Yeah,
to do
she's
with me
cagey she's cagey around certain people.
except when I had fish and chips.
Yeah, then she was okay with you.
Oscar was all over me though.
Yeah, you got on with a cat.
Yeah, I tend to get on with cats.
Okay, so
No.
ready to
I remember
continue?
you sitting with my mum and taking the piss out of me. That tends to happen with a lot of my friends.
It's easy
Wow.
to do.
I didn't do that.
You didn't.
Oh yeah,
I
Snake.
I thought your
fuck-
mom was very nice.
She is
Actually,
very
wait.
nice.
You're still recording, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Fuck. I was gonna say something about the thingamabob, but that will come up on recording. So no.
Sweet, I need to visit your house.
Yeah,
Good
what's
luck.
your address?
Good luck, M, because I don't live in a house. Well, I do live in a house, but it's an
Oh
apartment.
god.
I'm
Apartment, whatever. I need to, like, I can't visualize your gaming space. I know where the other two, like, I know where they're sitting right now. I can picture it.
I mean, I could
Actually, I
send you,
assume that's the case for Neo. I might be wrong.
I could send you a picture if you really wanted me to.
It's not the same.
True.
I've already seen pictures of your room. It's like, it's not the same as being there.
Well, you haven't seen pictures with a terrified Aqua standing on the desk.
I have. Those are I have seen pictures like that.
No, I meant like she's standing on my desk right now.
Well, yeah, and you've shown me quite a few pictures of terrified Aqua standing on a desk.
Did I show you guys the pictures I took? Snake and Neo?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
I
Maybe?
think you did. I think
No, I might have not. Whatever, I can find them. I just need to. I'm multitasking.
That would be kind of fun, making like if you could make custom figures if you were skilled in that way, like making like the Hemlock cast figures of them.
I mean, I could always learn. I mean, I've gotten back into like building with Gunpla, like making custom Figma isn't like something. There's like a lot of resources. There's a lot of resources for that. The main issue is just the money for that.
Yeah.
Or I could just go the Marvel Legends route and use Marvel Legends bodies, but like especially for Felina, they don't have anything that fits her.
Oh yeah, with how yeah.
Yeah, Snake, it's really cool knowing that you live at 256B Barking Road, London, UK.
Cutting that.
Is that what the
Not
road
a
is?
random address. Why are you cutting it?
I'm joking.
That was a completely fucking random. Okay.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
I don't know your street address, but I can like find it on Google Maps like visually pretty easily.
This is very
Well, I've been
dangerous.
there. Well,
What was that?
This is very dangerous talk.
Yeah.
it is.
I'm not saying why it's easy to find. I'm just saying that like,
Oh no. Oh yeah. But anyway, Snake. I just remembered something. This isn't like any personal information, but like my dad for my dad's stepmom gave me a gift, which is basically one of those like, here's a bunch of money and you get to pick like an experience.
Right.
One of them is literally like basically 2 nights hotel in Stockholm.
Huh. Hey, Connie.
The main thing is I have to spend it this year, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
Have
But, like,
you
if-
been to DreamHack, Swede? Ever?
Yes.
Go to
yes.
DreamHack then. Go to DreamHack.
That's not one of the options. And why would I spend that?
Well, you
Why
can,
would I
you can
spend
use it for the
money?
hotel, and then you can go to DreamHack separately, and that just saves on the
Yeah.
hotel costs.
DreamHack is
Ooh, I
in
just found
Stockholm.
it. I'm looking at your place right now, Snake.
I'll
Let's
roleplay
get-
better.
Recognize it.
DreamHack's not in Stockholm?
No, it's in Jönköping.
Oh, I thought it
Which
was
is all-
Stockholm.
No, there might be no. There isn't a DreamHack Stockholm. There's just it's not in Stockholm.
Okay.
You have a very nice front door.
Thank you.
It is getting a bit uncomfortable.
All right, shall we continue?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
I like the big trees.
Okay, so you're going to so yeah, November. You want to buy some gear.
Yeah, so once Cherry gets back, feeling a bit more herself, smoking on, some pipe. I thought of this the other day, speaking of buying stuff. How have we not been buying, like, pipe leaf? Like, I'm picturing it in universe as some expensive cigars that, like,
Yeah, like okay.
we do a lot of parlaying business deals. That feels
Okay.
very in character.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, obviously Nico doesn't because Nico doesn't smoke. But yeah, Lydian should be toking on that.
Lydian should be a smoker. I'm just thinking, how did this not come up before that he should be fucking
Yeah, it's-
No, I think it has come up that he smoked, because I think Cherry has explicitly, like, lit cigars for him in the past. But just mechanically, there's, like, we literally have had business deals, like, sitting around a fireplace, like, sipping sherry and chortling, like,
yeah.
that feels
Sherry.
exactly the scenario where some expensive cigars or, mechanically halfling pipe leaf, like... And Cherry is also a smoker. She smokes her pipe.
Lydian tells Nico to make Hogsworth carry the cocktail table.
But yeah, November, brings up. So yeah, she hands Bean Shooter back to Cherry, or she asks her, I assume you want this back, which Cherry, I would, thank you. Taking it back and tucking it away in her pocket again.
Oh no, Emmy's talking to herself again.
But yeah, November does say, on the way, sir, I would appreciate, could do with a restock on some gear.
Right. Well, we got time. No I want to get to the hole and inspect it, but let's not go in empty.
Yeah. On that subject, sir, I used to carry a sidearm, but in the past year, no longer have it. If you'd be willing, I'd like to purchase another small arm.
Lydian nods. Considering the scuffle we were just in, I think it would befit you to have something a bit more personal if the situation comes to it once again.
So
Buy it for her. It's tax deductible.
So true. I feel like that's not something Nico... That's a Cherry line. I'm stealing that, actually.
Nico
Fine.
would never file.
Lydian thinks economics are fake. Or, I'm sorry, Nico thinks economics are
True.
fake.
Nico thinks economics are fake, but he did invent a robot that does file his taxes for him, but no one else's. It literally only works for him.
Yeah, no, Cogsworth is basically the Grommet to Nico's Wallace.
I gotta finish watching the new Wallace and Gromit.
I still haven't seen it.
It just came out on Netflix, I think.
Is it good? From what you've
I
seen?
watched the first half and it was really good.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Is that a new Wallace voice actor? Did his voice actor pass
it
away?
is, but the new because Peter Sallis passed in 2012, I think.
Yeah, I recall that. Yeah.
Yeah, the new guy's very good.
I love Wallace and Gromit. I was actually craving some Wensleydale recently, and it made me think of
doesn't
Wallace
like
and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit.
Gotta find them and beat them up.
I've been to the Wensleydale creamery or dairy or whatever.
Neo is
In
being
Yorkshire.
suspiciously quiet about Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, I'm waiting for us to get back to the
Sorry. Okay, but so yeah, stop by. So November. Cherry does also say, I actually could use some more ammo. Looking at how many shots, November fired. I actually could use some more ammo for this, too.
Right.
I
let's
feel
hope-
Lydian is a bit too like, yeah, sure, blind woman, carry a loaded gun. But, we've made it this far.
She was the one who bought the gun initially, and so far it's worked out for them. So he's just kind of like rolling with that. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take 50 coin off the cart to support more of these expenses.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Lydian, just gonna point out that Nico has a gun. The blind woman has a gun. November has a gun.
November is Lydian's gun.
Make your point. Make your point, Nico. What are you saying?
Oh no, this is out of character. I'm just saying that shouldn't Lydian have a gun? I'm like the little voice that Lydian said going.
He does have a gun. Her name is November.
Yeah, Lydian doesn't like to carry weapons personally. I think we saw that in the. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
He prefers indirect violence. Like
he prefers violence being done
bombs.
On his behalf. Yeah, and blowing
it's really funny too, because Lydian's like, no, I haven't killed anyone. My employees have killed people, but I haven't. Meanwhile, November's like, no, I haven't killed anyone. Whoever's commanding me, they're killing them. I'm just a tool to. So this way, no one's culpable.
Yeah, exactly.
Lydian can point. November, shoot that guy, and November shoots them, and neither of them are responsible for that. So really, no one killed him. An act of God.
I think just the world killed them. Business, evolution.
But if a rat man does it, he should go to jail.
And he did.
Yes. Well, no, I thought he was. Last we heard, he was on trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was approached for a soundbite, and I said he should be locked up and the key should be thrown away. He has done so much damage to the great city.
Execute him.
I think I did even suggest he should be put down. I can't remember.
Your Honor, do you really believe the words of an elf?
I just built.
I love the idea of O'Malley saying that to an elf judge.
Lydian in court, I have had
His elf lawyer by his side.
Lydian's in the courtroom arguing. I believe he should be executed, and I have even built a new, more humane way of executing him. Nico, bring in the giant shock box.
No, his elf. You say his elf lawyer sitting next to him. I mean, we do know one half elf lawyer.
That's
just. Right. I feel that's something Felina would do. Your Honor, come on. You're gonna listen to an elf? A shifty, untrustworthy elf? I'm half-elf. I'm allowed to say that. Your Honor.
Freaking the Custer Court, fucking Terrabonian lawyers.
I've never met
Afro sitting in, the gallery, glaring at his daughter as she says that. Solavana, too. For once, Solavana and Davros see eye to eye.
I've never met a nice Terrabonian.
That's not true. We've met some very nice Terrabonians.
Jesus is the only one.
Randall is nice.
He cheats on people.
He's kind of like Walt. He's just kind of nice by being useless. He's gonna become based at some point, and then
unbelievable.
I mean,
when you said Walt for a second, I didn't realize you were talking about Breaking Bad and thought you were talking about Felina's grandfather, Walter Blank, which is his canon name.
He thought I was going to pull out an obscure background.
I was talking about Greg and thought I was talking about Gregory Barry Cohn. I'm sorry.
You can't Gregory Berrycombe like when we're playing the setting.
I am so sad.
I'm
still-
saying I recognize that was a silly thing. I was like confused why you're bringing up the obscure character of Felina's grandfather, who is, he was also nice, but he's not originally from Terrebonne. He emigrated to Terrebonne.
That sounds like a not very nice thing to do to your like descendants, though.
What?
Move to Terrebonne.
Yeah. I'm still
That's
so
actually
sad.
why his last name. So he was originally just, Walter or Wally for short. He went by Wally, but he didn't have a last name. That's kind of regional in Hemlock. So when he moved to Terrebonne, what should I put down for your name? And he was like, Walter. What should I put down for your last name? And he was like, oh, just shrug, blank, I guess. Just because he didn't have one, and so they just recorded blank as his last name, and
That is a
that's
good
why
bit.
his name. Yeah, but
Alright.
that's why Stella has her mother's last name, because they got married, and she didn't take her husband's last name because he
like
didn't
to-
really have one.
I like to
Who are you
imagine we're
playing?
explaining this to the guy at the gun shop.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what are you looking for, November?
I took it out of my inventory, by the way, but
Okay.
November or Cherry or I don't know who should receive it, but one of you add 50 coin for the purchases
Okay,
to help
But
with
yeah.
the purchases.
But yeah, Snake, I'm so sad that does not work out like South African, Terrebonian.
No,
it kind of does.
Oh god, I forgot you were
But a
trying to
nice
workshop that.
Terrebonian.
So what are you looking for?
A concealable, like basically an ankle piece. She wants to holster it, concealed.
Okay. So you're looking for a very small handgun.
Yeah. Something for emergencies like this, where she could like doesn't need to survive like a pat down necessarily, but
Right.
like a stealthy backup gun.
Right.
And she needs a new knife, because she lost her knife.
But who's the
In that fight.
Britain batch?
Probably Wally. We're going on what
I was
I
gonna
was-
say if this party were to had gone to Terrebonne, like I feel Lydian could have been the Walter. Ariana gets half her face blown off. Randall divorces Felina and moves to, I don't know, fucking whatever the Hemlock version of Florida is, which I feel like is still kind of Terrebonne. But
Hey, actually, wait. While you two are gun shopping, actually, I imagine like you two are in the gun shop, kind of like, getting ammo and getting all this. I'm outside with Nico. Lydian has a thought. Nico,
Hmm?
so you're saying that when we were caught in that sandstorm, you shot me with a beam that made me heavier.
Yes, it was a bit of improvisation. So the beam, it wasn't it was only temporary. But yes, I altered your gravitational pull.
That could be a mighty fine invention proper, couldn't it?
How? Not following. Well, why would you? Usually, people want to make things lighter.
Well, yeah, but think of the applications in, say, law enforcement. You got an armed suspect, you make him heavier, make his weapon heavier. Suddenly, he ain't so much of a threat, and you can take him in nice and clean.
That would assist our hardworking law men and women.
oh no.
Or, say, just for our own purposes, we are running into a lot of unsavory characters lately. We don't always want to get blood on our hands. The ability to slow them down, incapacitate them as such, could be helpful to our own ends.
Yes, yes.
I'm just saying, give it a thought. There's something there. You might have come up with some brand new. You might have come up with a new innovation in weapons technology. Also, I don't know,
Yeah.
you're the science guy. There's probably some reason someone might want to make something heavier.
Scientist.
Okay, you're a scientist.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's 20
Science
coin.
guy, what do you think I am?
20 coin for adventuring gear.
Okay.
Science guy, clearly.
A survival knife, we'll say, will be like 5 coin.
Okay.
The gun's probably not going to be helped by that 50, I'm thinking. Fuck.
And then for the ankle holster and the small handgun, we'll say you can find like a sort of something that basically looks like a derringer, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got it's uh that with the holster and some ammo, we'll say that'd be 50 coin.
Okay. So yeah, we need actually how much coin does Cherry have on her?
And the bean shooter ammo would be 3 coin for 3 ammo.
3 coin for 3 ammo. Okay. So Cherry has 100 coin.
Okay.
So we'll use the 50 coin for the Derringer and ammo. And then okay, and I'll just take the rest out of Cherry's coin. So she now has 72 coin. So let's see.
I'd say
Derringer.
your derringer is it's got a pearlescent white finish to it,
Nice.
and it's
Very
called
cool.
the Tooth.
I assume just like no tags on it, just a gun.
It's a gun.
It's a powerful
I'll put
weapon.
concealable on there
Yeah,
as a tag.
concealable for sure. Concealable, near range. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and
Alright.
adventuring gear, right?
Yeah, that's 20.
Alright.
Okay, so now you're gonna go back to the hidey hole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So we go
Oh.
back to Ava's old house.
Yeah.
Approach it carefully in case there are any guards or anyone else from their group. Like we scope it out a bit before we actually approach.
Yeah. No one there.
Okay. Yeah, as we get to the hole, what do I want to do?
All I want to do.
Well, I have this flammable flask.
Something a bit so it's a bit weird, but as we approach the hole, like Lydian kind of stops everyone and goes, right, I'm gonna go take a look first. You lot stand guard, give me a warning if anyone comes looking.
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
I'm gonna go in and have a look first. Rest of you stand guard out here.
Sir, and yeah, November sort of stops. Sir, are you sure?
He told us no one else was in there. Besides, I've got something I need to inspect myself.
Alright, November will, sort of just turn to Cherry and says, you're sure no one is in there? And Cherry will do a, let's see, I have so many fucking discern reality shit. Let me see. Okay, I think I would just do... I mean, it's discern realities. I know that much. Okay. Who is watching or following us?
No one seems to be watching or following you.
Cool. What here is not what it appears to be?
No, this is all exactly as you remember it when the last time
Okay.
you were here.
And how could I gain access to what is secret here? Let's go with that.
Popping yourself down the hole and feeling sort of you get the sense
Yeah.
that in holes like this and like where they got stuff like this, like there's typically like this is already kind of secret enough, but like if you feel around enough, you might be able to find something that's like even more secret, like a hidey hole within the hidey hole.
Cool. Yeah.
You feel around the walls a bit or the floor.
All right. Yeah.
Checking behind the suspicious waterfall.
So yeah, November does say, nope, it's all, I can't hear anyone here. She does, further turn to Lydian and say, whatever's down that hole, it sounded with the acoustics complex. It wasn't just a simple hole. If that helps any. But November reluctantly, nods and says, all right, we'll keep watch.
I'll call you in a moment.
Fuck.
Just give me a second.
Fuck.
I rolled that as, I didn't switch to Cherry. I was thinking I'd need to switch my thing to Cherry, and I didn't. I really hate you can't automate that.
Mm-hmm.
So Lydian climbs down into the hole. He's kind of like going.
Is it big enough?
I hope so.
That would be a very anticlimactic end to all that.
Roll spout lore. Is this hole big enough?
Can Lydian make it down into the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going down. He's looking for any kind of. Once he's down in there, what does it look like?
It's sort of boarded up. It's very dark once you're in there. There are unlit candles around.
I think strike a match, light a few of them up.
All right.
But does it
Yeah.
look like
It was filled with explosive gas.
No, that was just Lydian.
Make a new character.
No, that wasn't.
Does it? So once I've kind of got the place visible, does it look like they were kind of residing here?
Yeah, there are like there are like sleeping cots in here, and they've got some there's a few scraps of there's a couple of boxes of like food.
Okay, one thing I'm looking for, I'm looking for
Like
any
small
like
boxes of food.
I'm looking
Yeah?
for any kind of detritus, like half finished food or like a cigarette butt or anything of that sort. Half drank like cup of water or beer or something.
Yeah, you see like a half finished sort of like nutritional bar.
Okay, half finished, good. Probably means they were leaving in a hurry or something. So, I want to cast True Discernment. I want to see what they were doing if they were talking at this point. So I just kind of want to get an idea of what they were discussing. So what True Discernment does is, I wanted to cast this on the rune to get a fucking better idea of where they were going or what was happening, but this is my backup of, like, getting a better idea of these guys.
Ah.
That's what the spell does. It's like, I presume others were here and they were probably talking at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So, can I cast that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's also why I didn't want the rest of you down here.
I see.
What do you think he's doing down there?
I will say,
I mean, you can follow me, but,
yeah.
you can neglect me.
No, Cherry is going to auditorily spy on
Yeah.
Lydian.
You probably hear something then. And I'm going to do Empower. I'm going to do Empower then. When you cast a spell on a plus 10, on a 10 plus. Actually, can I do that on a 10 or does it have to be like an 11?
Yeah, I don't know. Check.
I mean, it just says on a 10 plus.
Yeah, that includes 10.
Yeah, that includes 10.
Like
Okay,
a 7 plus a 7
so-
enough.
I mean, I don't know how you'd want to interpret this. The spell's effects are doubled. Could it just be like a clearer image, more clarity into what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I have to pick from the 7 to 9 list, which I will
480p, baby.
get 480p instead of fucking 144 on this like revelatory image. Where's the 7 to 9 on this? I'm gonna take spells. I'm gonna take spells revoked.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, I am kind of mentally warping to when this was eaten. What were they
Yeah.
talking about? What were they doing? And it's like I rolled a +10 on discern realities for somewhere where I'm not.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Discerning your realities.
Okay, I mean, just I guess I've realized the kind of limitation here of like what's the basic image, but
I'll give you the basic image
yeah.
for free. You basically like, you're back there, like you're surrounded, like you see like the group of people, including
Varnon.
you know, yeah, including Varnon. So like 7 people are all just sort of down here, just sort of mingling in silence. One of them looks like they're looking into something, and the others are just sort of talking quietly. One of them is carving something with a knife.
What is he carving?
With a knife, no less.
Yeah, discern your realities.
Okay, what here is useful or valuable to me?
I would say what's useful or valuable to you would be like the person who's looking into like a little device. That bears a closer inspection.
Okay, yeah. I give it. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that then. He's the guy who's like eyeing into a device, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I recognize the device at all, or?
No, maybe actually. Roll in.
Okay, yeah.
Outlaw.
Spout law. See if I know what he's doing. Ooh. Hey.
Right. So that's a sort of like she's got something that's like one half of like a peering thing that works within a very limited range. So like there's probably something above ground that he's peering into and is seeing out of.
Ah, okay. It's like a two-way. It's a camera, basically.
Yeah,
Sort of,
basically. With
Yeah.
a very limited range.
What is about?
How
to
does
happen?
Lydian know about that?
He's probably
Just
seen.
remember well.
He's probably seen devices like that sold before.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe he was involved in marketing it back when it first came on the market in Emberwell. I presume it was in Emberwell. It's either that or a Terabonian invention for looking at people.
No, it's
Surreptitiously.
Terabonians not
For
inventing.
looking at people. You say that so
Surreptitiously.
derisively.
I say that derisively because you know why they're looking at them.
Terabonians can't
Slander.
invent things.
Slander on the good character of Terabonians.
They
So
don't-
what's your second question?
What is about to happen?
You're getting the sense like the person looking into their thing says, "Hey, I think I see her. That's her. She's here with some
Oh.
people."
This was just before we turned up. He was eating that
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
recently. Makes sense. Okay, so
I think that's funny. They were just heading out here and like, so we need to figure out how to find this lady in some isolated place, and then just she shows up here in the abandoned ruins they're hiding out in.
like, oh fuck. Well, this is easy job.
Imagine if they were like debating and like, this seems too unlikely. Like, I think this might be a trap.
Like maybe
And
we should
like
just
they
stay
imagine they
behind.
end up not doing anything. They bicker about it too long.
Ah, all these men are dead now except for Varnon who got off easy. Alright, actually no, well yeah. Alright, what here is not what it appears to be?
Hmm.
I'm
I'm gonna
still
say
keeping an eye on the man peering through that device. Through that.
yeah. So as they're talking, they're saying that Varnan, you're the new one. You go up there and you do something, and you attack and you take her. And
Harsh initiation.
one of them, the guy with the device, he goes and he goes to a different area. He goes to like the back wall and he opens up a panel on it and like he puts something inside of it.
Perfect. Okay then. So yeah, I guess my three questions. So unless anything else happens, yeah, I think Lydian's gonna
Yeah.
drop out of this.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
Is Lydian's dropping out of the game?
he's dropping out of this remembrance. But
Yes.
yeah, then I think after that, then yeah, Lydian kind of calls up like, right, everything's clear, and then he's gonna head to that panel and start opening it up.
Mm-hmm. So you open up the panel as the others sort of come down, and you can see inside the panel there's like an indent in the wall where there were a few like inscriptions, like sort of like very familiar to the rune that you were given. They look similar to that, but these are dull and like they've been carved into the sort of
Carved
dirt
into the
there.
wall, into the dirt. Right.
Yeah, the wall. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll try and spout lore on those as well, but I don't want to keep hogging the scene. But yeah, to everyone else, I just shout like, right, you're welcome to come down if you want. Everything's clear, because I'm very good at excuses. And yeah, I'm gonna try and spout lore on these runes.
Lydian had to fart.
That's the danger. That was
I
the
had to
big guess.
I had to see if they had a bathroom before I let anyone else come down here.
Okay, so how would you know about runes like these, by the way?
Sorry, I'm chewing. My bad.
He's in magic stuff.
So essentially, yeah, part of it was just when we were getting taught how to invoke Midas to, do our divine spells, we did have to go over runes basically. And I got to imagine there's some commonality in their structure here and there that even if Lydian can't perfectly read these, it's like, two languages being sort of close to one another that you can pick out words here and there.
Okay, yeah.
Like trying to read Chinese if you speak Japanese, or with the kanji, or vice versa.
So these runes look like they're for communication. Like it looks like these like would be like you would like if you were to light one up, it would light one up in a different location, and you could maybe even send something across.
Okay. That gives me an idea. Yeah, okay, we're back on. My stupid plan is back on, I guess.
Lydian's
I mean, we
super
could
friendly.
also use the return to base thing to just send a really big bomb back.
Well, I do the same thing twice. That would be really funny again, though. Yeah, just put the
Mad
rune on
bomber Lydian.
And he's the one telling
like that. What was that fucking manga that I read on your recommendation like ages ago? And we're just like, you can't just keep setting things on fire.
Oh, Anasatsujin.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about that very recently.
Sherry just getting bored of Lydian's like, Lydian, you can't just keep bombing your enemies.
It's great. We just take someone, we hire a courier and just give him a package, and it's like, here, just it's a magic teleporting thing, just rub this rune, and then you'll be there, and then you open this box. And don't worry about it.
But yeah, as the rest are coming down, Lydian just says like, well, that was indeed a lot of them. November Nico, scout the place out, see if they had anything of interest.
Why do I have to do it?
Because you're my employee and you've got an inquisitive mind.
Well, yes, of course.
Wait,
Well, yeah,
he
I know.
told
November
Nico in
and-
November?
Yeah. Oh, she stayed up topside to keep watch.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Oh, no, wait. Well,
Yeah.
you had asked her to keep watch. She is willing to.
Oh, I mean, he then shouted like, right, you're welcome, you're free
Yeah.
to come down. But if she probably like just kept to the first order, then
Well, no, she can. And in fact, because now I do control Aquilo, and one of Aquilo's specific trainings is guarding, so Aquilo can keep watch from above.
Ah! Okay, and what's your Aquilo voice though?
Aquilo doesn't talk. No,
No,
that's November's job.
No, Aquilo is a bird. They make bird noises. So what's your Aquilo noise?
You've never heard like a falcon's whistle?
Never heard your falcons.
I'm not a falcon. I wouldn't. That would be racist for me to imitate Aquila.
Don't wanna appropriate falcon culture.
Okay, so yeah, what did you ask them to do again?
inspect the place. Basically, just
Right.
acting like I haven't already found the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like this would be. Wouldn't this be Cherry's?
I mean, Cherry can come down as well, but yeah,
Yeah.
Lydian was being rude.
Wow.
Oh, it's very dark down. Oh, never mind.
Alright,
Right.
yeah, Cherry comes down and, like, poking around and, like, knocks on the wall. Aha, I think there's something, and opens up the compartment.
Yeah.
Then inspecting it, suddenly gets very nervous. Lydian, we need to get out of here. They're not here now, but they were here very recently. This door was opened in the past few minutes.
I think it's fine. I think the hinges might just be loose.
Wait, past few minutes. I'm ready, Nico says, cocking his ice gun.
They'll never get us down here. Freezes the hole shut, trapping all of us in here.
The fools. They thought they could outsmart science.
No. I'll actually say Cherry doesn't go in there. She's gone down enough holes for one day.
Yeah.
I imagine it's fairly late in the evening by now.
Actually, okay.
Right?
yeah,
like it's
so-
what,
so-
nighttime now?
So wait, I do get the contraption, right? Like the, because he put it in.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if I look through it, do I see the camera or the other end of it?
Yeah. It's just sort of peering out topside into the ruins.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go take the other end of it, but for now, just on a brief inspection, so there's nothing else like journals or like anything like
Nope.
that. Okay. Well, they had a two-way watching device, but they didn't leave much of any journals or anything that could tell us what their objectives were beyond getting their hands on Eva. I suppose for now we stay the course, go back to what we were doing.
Alright.
We're not going. Yeah, actually, I go back up. I do say like, so we're not going back to Jean's then.
Suppose it's your call.
I
Hmm.
think, for the moment, let's go back to Jean's. I think we can work with this. Oh, I got to remove my.
I'm
attention.
worried about Ava. What happened to her? Cherry calls from up top.
She's with the guards for the moment. We can reconvene.
And
with
can we
her.
trust the guards?
I think it's
Whether to be loyal or competent.
well. I suppose.
Well, considering how that this is a whole place that think that stars are talking to them, no, we can't trust them.
well, whether or not we can trust the guards is that's a bit difficult
Irrelevant.
considering that we've already left Ava in their hands.